think? Jeff is behind the screen, so he's going to assist us with that. 0731168045. Right, fasten your seatbelts, turn your radio up. Let's get straight into it because we've only got half an hour. Here is your news from around the world. I'll start with some football news. Gareth Southgate has been appointed as England's manager on a 4-year deal. Southgate, now aged 46, stepped up from his role as England 21's manager in September, following Sam Allardyce's departure after only 67 days in charge. Manchester United eased into the EFL Cup semi-final as they beat West Ham with manager Jose Mourinho absent from the Old Trafford dugout. The Portuguese, given a one-match touchline ban before the game, stayed out of view as United set up a last-four tie against Hull City. Southampton progressed to the semi-finals of the EFL Cup for the first time since 1987, thanks to a convincing 2-0 victory over a below-par and under-strength Arsenal. They will play Liverpool in the semi-finals. England striker Harry Kane has signed a new contract with Tottenham that will tie him to the club until 2022. The deal, reportedly worth more than £100,000 a week, replaces the 5-year agreement he signed in February 2015. Still in football, Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy is the only England player named on the 55-man shortlist for the FIFA FIFPro Team of the Year. Vardy is included after scoring 24 goals to help the Foxes win the Premier League last season. Manchester United captain Wayne Rooney is overlooked for the first time in the competition's 12-year history. Wales and Real Madrid forward Gareth Bale makes the list for the second consecutive year. Bale's Real Madrid teammates Cristiano Ronaldo and Juve goalkeeper Buffon are included, making them the only ever presence for an award based on votes from professional players from 75 countries. In total, 16 Premier League players are on the list, including Vardy's former Leicester teammate N'Golo Kante, now at Chelsea, Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne, Dimitri Payet of West Ham, and Arsenal's Hector Bellerin. Barcelona have the most players represented with 12, 2 more than rivals Real Madrid. The World 11 will be announced in January. Finally, some rugby news for you. The Springbok Sevens team will be looking for a solid start to the World Rugby Sevens Series when the first tournament, the 2016-27 season, kicks off at the Sevens Stadium in Dubai this Friday, tomorrow. The Blitzbokke are top seeds in Pool B with Uganda, Scotland, and the USA. Springbok Sevens coach Neil Powell said the team is keen to get going. Quote, last year we started introducing some established 15 guys into our structures as we looked at finding the right combinations for the Olympic Games, said Powell. Very exciting. So the Sevens League or the series kicks off tomorrow morning, and you can catch that. It will be live from Dubai. Just a reminder, Pool B will be the Blitzbokke, Uganda, Scotland, and the USA. Yes, clearing a mission, no cheaters from Zimbabwe. That is your international sports news. Right, reminder 0731168045 is the number. We want to hear what you have to say. Jeff is behind the screen, so he eagerly awaits your messages. We'll start with some news from around the world, Jeff, and unfortunately the first bit of news, which is Zimbabwean, is not very nice reading. Brian Vittori's action reported again.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of players will chat and talk about things behind the scenes, and he's got a few questionable deliveries, but he can straighten it, and I don't think it's too much of a train smash.
Well, here's my concern, because the very next line reads, Mohammed Hafiz from Pakistan cleared to resume bowling. Are you telling me that his action's any worse than Brian Vittori's?
Did he go through rehabilitation?
He did.
See, same thing that happened to Prospect there. Okay, if you saw that action, yes, as commentators, I know you guys are supposed to be nice and polite as everyone else who's in cricket media. They're not, nice and polite. But the truth is, it is questionable. Every fast bowler gets away with the odd one that you chuck, and it swings or moves a little bit faster. And I think maybe Brian Vittori was overdoing it. But you have to go through the ICC procedures. They have to measure your degrees, and you get checked out to see if it's actually a real thing. What do you think? Your person, not the politically correct version, because I'm not Mark Post. I'm not going to be politically correct. What's the truth? Is he chucking or not?
You know what? To be honest, I didn't watch any of the triangle.
I'll say 1 out of 6.
Yeah, and unfortunately, 1 out of 6
is normal.
counts.
Which is normal.
Counts. Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing, and I think that there's a lot of cricketers around the world that still do throw. If you remember the old days of Johan Botha, the South African spinner, no doubt that guy should have played baseball because he threw more than he didn't. But what he was clever about is whenever there was a hint of the fact that he was throwing, he bowled with a very straight arm.
Case in point, Shobakta.
Well, if you want to go back
You
even further, Matai Murathan,
Yes.
there were enough of them that you look back at it and go, how was that guy never caught? Obviously, just to explain to a lot of people that there is a very scientific way that they mark these guys when they go for a test. So Vettori will need to, and probably go to South Africa because there's a testing unit, I think, at the Pretoria University, where they'll put cameras on his arm and mark him up with
Yes.
different patches and whatever, and they will test the elevation and the angle of that arm on delivery.
Once in South Africa, I did ask how these tests are done. One would think maybe because the day you go and get tested, you will change your action just for the people who are examining you. No. They make you bowl exactly like you were bowling. As you know, cricket's with analysts.
Yeah.
So they'll show you a video of Dirk. You bowled this over. We need you to bowl the same way.
And fast bowlers are easier because when he runs in and bowls the ball at 105 kilometers an hour, they go,
136. bro.
correct. And we want 6 balls at 136, and we're going to
That's
check
exactly what happens.
Other news, which is good news for Sri Lanka, Angelo Matthews, Chandamal, the captain and vice-captain, declared fit for the SA Tour. That starts on the 18th of December. And got to be said, Jeff, they're going to need every single player they can find because it's not going to be an easy tour for them.
Not at all.
And that is going to roll on to another discussion we'll have a little bit later because Pakistan are about to go to Australia and they're going to suffer the same consequences, but we'll discuss that a little bit later. Right, Jeff, let's have a look at what's going on locally.
Okay, before we do that, should we start reading the
Yeah,
triangular
off
messages?
you go.
All right, this is from Moda Minion. He says, a decent outing during the triangular, some good performances, but the usual story of inconsistency took place as usual. Yes, we got to the final, but we were kind of lucky.
Look, I think...
Thank God for the rain.
Yeah, but in life, you need a little bit of luck. And, I think we've had enough of our own bad luck. If you turn back the clock to when Zimbabwe played in the World Cup in New Zealand, that catch against Ireland that cost us the game, where clearly, in my opinion, the guy stepped on the rope. So I think that it's about time that some of it bounced back to us. And you know what? Life and karma is a great vicious circle. You're going to have some luck and you're not going to have. This time it was ours. My concern is, and I think it's only going to come with a lot more cricket, is maybe our inconsistencies.
Remember the last time before the triangular, I did mention the fact that I thought Graham Creamer should just move one level above the order. Not that he's now a middle order batsman of some sort, but basically the top order hasn't been functioning very well. Not many times does Zimbabwe have partnerships at the top. So as a result, you tend to have your bowlers having to bat. I mean, if you've got Soro having to bat in that fashion, if a bowler can do that, how about you? In the nets, Dirk, if you're the batsman, you've been to many training sessions, you've played internationally. Number 1 up to number 6, you guys get more time in the nets to bat, while everyone else who bowls gets more time to bowl. You play to your strengths. So I wonder where the consistency is not coming from.
Well, here's the problem, is that when you start moving Graham Creamer up the order, what you're actually doing is it's like when your hosepipe has lots of holes and you put in pira instead of buying a new hosepipe.
Yeah.
So this is the problem that they've got, is what they have grown a culture of is probably the players not really taking responsibility.
But how did Graham Creamer score? Okay. Was he trying to hit balls over the top? Was he trying to cross the line? Was he going backwards or he was going forward? He was going forward. Okay. Every team internationally, it's not like high school cricket where if Dirk gets 100, he has to smash it.